Thomas Hardy's Tess of the D'Urberville Summary, Themes, Character Analysis, and Literary Devices. Summary Tess of the D'Urbervilles is a tragic novel by Thomas Hardy, set in the rural English countryside during the late 19th century. It tells the story of Tess Durbeyfield, a young woman from a poor family who discovers that she is a descendant of the once noble D'Urberville family. Driven by her family's hopes of improving their social and economic status, Tess is sent to visit the wealthy D'Urbervilles. There, she is seduced and abused by Alec D'Urberville, resulting in an illegitimate child who dies in infancy. Despite this traumatic experience, Tess strives to rebuild her life. She finds work as a milkmaid and falls in love with Angel Clare, a kind and idealistic young man. However, when Tess confesses her past to Angel on their wedding night, he rejects her, unable to reconcile her past with his own moral code. Heartbroken and disillusioned, Tess is forced to return to Alec, who has now become a religious zealot. She reluctantly submits to his advances, hoping to provide for her family. The novel culminates in a tragic climax, as Tess is driven to a desperate act of violence against Alec. Hardy's novel is a powerful exploration of themes such as fate, morality, social class, and the harsh realities of life in rural England. It is a poignant portrayal of a woman's struggle for survival and happiness in a society that often condemns those who deviate from conventional norms. Character Analysis. Tess of the D'Urbervilles, Tess Durbeyfield. A tragic heroine, Tess embodies the quintessential tragic heroine, marked by her innocence, purity, and ultimate downfall. Victim of circumstance. Her life is shaped by a series of unfortunate events, often beyond her control. Symbol of purity. Her character is associated with purity and innocence, making her suffering all the more tragic. Resilient spirit. Despite her trials, Tess displays remarkable strength and resilience. Angel Clare. Idealistic romantic. Angel is a complex character, torn between his idealistic beliefs and the harsh realities of life. Moral rigidity. His strict moral code leads him to reject Tess, highlighting the hypocrisy of Victorian society. Symbol of romantic love. His love for Tess is passionate and intense, but ultimately it proves to be insufficient to overcome societal pressures. Alec D'Urberville. The villainous seducer. Alec is a manipulative and predatory character who takes advantage of Tess's innocence and vulnerability. Symbol of corruption, he represents the corrupting influence of wealth and power. Religious hypocrisy, his conversion to a strict religious belief is a facade, revealing his true, immoral nature. Other notable characters: John Durbeyfield, a weak and ineffectual father who dreams of restoring his family's former glory. Joan Durbeyfield, a domineering mother who pressures Tess to pursue a relationship with Alec. Reggie and Clem Yeobright, two contrasting figures who represent different aspects of society. Reggie embodies the superficiality of the upper class, while Clem represents a more idealistic and intellectual pursuit. Through these complex and multifaceted characters, Hardy explores the complexities of human nature and the impact of societal pressures on individual lives. Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Thematic analysis. Thomas Hardy's Tess of the D'Urbervilles is a poignant exploration of fate, morality, and the harsh realities of life in 19th century rural England. This tragic novel delves into a myriad of themes, offering a rich tapestry of human experience. 1. Fate and free will. Hardy blurs the lines between fate and free will. Tess's life is often dictated by circumstances beyond her control, such as her family's poverty and Alec's predatory nature. As Hardy writes, "Justice was done, and the president of the immortals, in Aeschylean phrase, had ended his sport with Tess." This line suggests that a higher power, indifferent to human suffering, manipulates Tess's life. 2. Social class and inequality. The novel exposes the rigid social hierarchy of Victorian England. Tess's family, though descended from a noble lineage, is impoverished. As Hardy writes, Her family, though genteel, were poor. This quote highlights the irony of the Durbeyfields' noble lineage but impoverished status, demonstrating the impact of social class on their lives. 3. Moral judgment and hypocrisy. Hardy challenges conventional morality, particularly regarding female sexuality. Tess is harshly judged for her sexual transgressions, while male characters like Alec d'Urberville and Angel Clare are often absolved of their moral failings. Tess is described as a pure woman, falsely accused, emphasizing the unjust treatment she receives. 4. Nature and human nature. The natural world is a recurring motif in Tess of the D'Urbervilles. The beauty of the Wessex countryside often contrasts with the harsh realities of human life. As Hardy writes, the summer evening was warm and still. This idyllic description of nature contrasts with the harsh realities of Tess's life, emphasizing the disconnect between the natural world and human society. 5. Religion and spirituality. Religion plays a significant role in the novel, both as a source of comfort and a tool for social control. Alec d'Urberville's character highlights the hypocrisy of religious belief. As Hardy writes, he had been a skeptic, but he was now a convert. This line underscores Alec's superficial conversion to religion, suggesting that it is used as a tool for manipulation and control. 6. The role of women in society. Tess is a victim of patriarchal society, where women are often relegated to subordinate roles. As Hardy writes, she was a woman, a mere woman, pledged to a course from which there was no turning back. This line emphasizes the limited choices available to women in Victorian society, highlighting the constraints imposed on their lives. 7. The power of love. Tess's love for Angel is a powerful force that drives her actions. Hardy writes, her love for Angel was a flame that burned fiercely and brightly. This line highlights the intensity of Tess's love, which ultimately consumes her. 8. The corrupting influence of wealth and power. Alec d'Urberville, a wealthy aristocrat, uses his power and privilege to manipulate and exploit others. As Hardy writes, he was a man of property, and of course he could do as he liked. This line underscores the power imbalance between Alec and Tess, highlighting the privileges afforded to the wealthy. The harsh realities of rural life. The novel provides a vivid portrayal of rural life in 19th century England. Hardy writes, the winter was bitter, and the family were often hungry. This line emphasizes the harsh realities of rural life, particularly for the poor and marginalized. 10. The role of chance and coincidence. Chance and coincidence play a significant role in shaping the characters' lives. As Hardy writes, a chain of accidents had brought her to this. This line suggests that Tess's fate is determined by a series of random events, emphasizing the role of chance in her life. 11. The beauty of the natural world. The Wessex countryside is depicted as a place of beauty and tranquility. Hardy writes, the sky was a tender blue, and the air was soft and still. This idyllic description of nature contrasts with the harsh realities of Tess's life, highlighting the beauty and tranquility of the natural world. 12. The power of memory. Memory plays a crucial role in the novel. As Hardy writes, the past was always present. This line emphasizes the enduring power of memory, suggesting that the past can never be fully erased. 13. The role of the supernatural. The novel incorporates elements of the supernatural, such as the ancient curse associated with the D'Urberville family. As Hardy writes, the curse of the D'Urbervilles hung over her. This line suggests that a supernatural force is at work, shaping Tess's destiny. 14. The nature of justice. Hardy's novel challenges traditional notions of justice. As Hardy writes, justice was done, and the president of the Immortals, in Aeschylean phrase, had ended his sport with Tess. This line suggests that justice is often arbitrary and unfair, and that the innocent may suffer while the guilty go unpunished. 15. The power of human resilience. Despite the many hardships she faces, Tess displays remarkable resilience and strength of character. As Hardy writes, she was a woman of great courage and fortitude. This line highlights Tess's inner strength and her ability to overcome adversity. Conclusion. Thomas Hardy's Tess of the D'Urbervilles is a masterpiece of literary craftsmanship, employing a rich array of literary devices to create a powerful and enduring narrative. Through the exploration of themes such as fate, morality, and social injustice, Hardy paints a vivid picture of the human condition. By analyzing these literary devices, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the novel's complexity and its enduring impact on readers.